Hi guys, welcome to Vlogmas Day 11.
Yes, I really don't know what Christmas is all about.
Okay, so as you guys can read by the title, this video is really just talking about the reasons why I am dropping out of school. I haven't fully dropped out yet. I am gonna talk to my advisor tomorrow about it. So, not tomorrow, Friday about it. So I wanted to talk to her before my interim class starts, so I don't have to stress about that. So yes, so I'm really gonna start from the beginning of where it kind of all started. So in December of 2019, I think it was beginning of high school. I made up my senior year of high school. I made up my mind that I was not going to go to college. I did not know who I wanted to be. I did not know what I wanted to do, and I was not going to waste money to go to school just for my general eds and be undecided about what I wanted to do. I feel like people should go to college and know exactly what they want to do and have a passion for that career choice they have, because if you don't, then you end up wasting more money than you should. So I was not gonna plan on going to school, and then in December of 2019 I went on a school trip. I toured UWO, which is University of Wisconsin Oshkosh campus, and I absolutely loved the campus. But of course I only fell in love with the campus. I didn't actually fall in love with the majors or minors or how they teach and all that type of stuff. And honestly, I should have did more research on UWO, and that's my fault. But in January, towards the end of December, I applied at UWO. In January, I got accepted, and so I started paying off my housing contract and started making plans, started making my meal plan and everything in between. I graduated high school a semester early, so I never got to experience the virtual online schooling. So on my part, that's kind of unfortunate of me because I didn't know what to expect exactly. So I was going to college kind of like lost. I was lost. And so when college came, all of my classes were online. I chose to do it all online because I was scared of COVID. But I moved to UW's old dorms, which doesn't really make sense because I have all my classes online, but I lived in the dorms, so it doesn't really make sense. So in the beginning of the semester, I was really good at my grades. I was on top of it. I was motivated to do it because I had my roommate with me and she was doing homework. And then in the middle of October, I got COVID. And I really don't know how I got COVID. No one around me that have been like 24 hours before I got tested positive didn't show any symptoms, didn't have COVID. They all got tested negative, so I'm really glad they got negative, and I really don't know how I got COVID. It's kind of a mystery. But for my isolation, I came back home. My mom felt more comfortable with me being at home, and so I moved back home and was talking with my mom. We thought it's best for me to move back home because I'm just having class fully online and there's no point of living in the dorms anymore and giving the school more money. And let me tell you guys, school does not care about you. Colleges do not care about you. They care about money. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. They really care just about money. So if you think the school cares about you, just think again. But yes, having classes fully online was super hard for me because I am a visual and hands-on person. So looking at a screen all day was not really fun to me. You know, this was not the college experience I wanted to do. This was not what I wanted to come to college for. Making friends was hard because I was the only girl that I know of that was within the friend group I had. I was the only girl who went to Oshkosh, and everyone else went different universities. So making friends was hard for me because I didn't know anybody, and because of COVID, they were really strict on like guidelines and all that. So I couldn't really go out and be like, oh my gosh, my name is Melanie, what's your name? Let's be friends. Like, I couldn't do that. My professors, so the classes were hard itself. Because I just didn't understand what was going on. Even though I attended to every single class, I just couldn't comprehend the information they were giving us with the screen. And there were so many distractions around me that I couldn't concentrate just on class without getting distracted with something else. So yeah. And then the next topic I'm going to talk about is the professors at UWO. So I just have to say, my ACAD professor and communication professor, they were amazing, and how they used virtual online. For my math class or math course, I had 2 professors. So the first 7 weeks of the semester, I had 1 professor, and she was amazing. I loved her. She was nice. She was caring. So math class was actually my in-person class, but I decided to do online because attendance wasn't really necessary in math class. Additionally, what we were doing in person is what online students were doing online, and I passed my math class with a 87%. I will want to say, I don't remember, but the way she did it on the Alex program, it was super nice. So for each topic that we learned, we got multiple examples of it, and if we needed help, we will send her the picture to her, and she'll respond within like a couple of hours. Really depends. Sorry, I burped. Really depends on when you email her asking for help. But because of those extra examples and with her help, I passed my final exam with 94%. So I passed with like, I think that's like maybe a B plus or A minus. I haven't checked the syllabus, but it really bumped my grade up, and it made me pass my first class, math class. And then writing professor, though, I absolutely hated this professor, and everyone who has him, whether in this class or not, hates him. He is a professor who needs to teach his students, and he didn't teach us anything. He expected us to write a really great essay just by ourselves with no help, and with that, it kind of just made my grades decrease because I didn't receive help from him. So I should say, when he's grading our papers, especially mine, he will say wrong citations, or this is awkward, or you're missing your header, or this doesn't make sense. And that was it. Like, those comments are his that are plain and simple, and it doesn't make sense to me. Like, okay, so what part of it makes it awkward? Like, can you tell me what makes it more awkward? Like, can you tell me how to fix it? Or the citations, like, can you tell me how to cite things correctly? I feel like for that portion, if he's going to be that picky with our papers, then he should really teach us. So I really struggled in that class because I just didn't receive help. I did not get taught anything, and I paid this professor to teach me stuff. And so, yeah. And then the next 7 weeks, because a semester for UWO is 14 weeks in total. So the next 7 weeks, my math professor changed, and I got a new math professor, and she required us to come to class. I went through the online version, and side note, schools, if you guys are gonna have virtual school, please make sure that professors or teachers have some good camera quality. If it's not good, it's gonna look bad. Additionally, this professor had a heavy accent, so understanding her was hard. I think that's for everyone. I did look her up on Rate My Professor, and a lot of people had complained about her accent. So I did have a hard time understanding what she was talking about when she was speaking to us. Additionally, the way she did Alex was totally different from what my other professor did. She didn't give us the topics with the examples. Instead, she gave us the assignments and then the quiz. So I really struggled in that class because I didn't get the additional examples, the additional help, and I ended up failing that class in the end. So it's whatever. But yes, the professors I had, 2 out of 4 right now, I was not satisfied. And I feel like if I would have had better professors who were willing to help and who was willing to understand that it's a pandemic and going online, it's going to be harder for teachers. I know it's going to be hard for teachers, but it's definitely hard for students as well. And then the last topic I want to talk to you guys about was my finals. So this week is finals week. I had taken 3 finals already. My ACAD final, I got a 66%, but she curved 4 questions per it was 2 points per question, so 8 points got added to my overall final grade, and it made me pass my class with the 87%. My math final, I got a 67%, and it brought me down to 69%. Honestly, I think because I didn't finish my topics the night before, it really brought my grade down. And this is, okay, I want to go back with my math professor right now. Because she didn't give us the topics, we couldn't do them throughout the course. So the day I was supposed to take the finals, I found out I had to do 80 topics. And when you look on like the days open through the days due, it was open like I think October 10th or October 24th. And not once throughout the whole entire course did I get those topics and those examples. So I had to really do those all the night before. Unfortunately, I still had like 50 topics to do before I gave up, like 20 minutes before the due date. And I think my overall grade for that was 57%, and I think that really, brought my grade down overall. So seeing that kind of made me discouraged. Seeing both scores of my essays or of my finals made me feel really discouraged. It made me feel like I just can't do college no more because I just can't. And I did another final. It's a writing essay final, and for my writing class, I am legit on the borderline of failing or passing. So if I don't do good on this final essay, then I am legit failing the class and I have to retake the class. So there's 2 classes I have to retake. My communication exam is tomorrow, and I don't know how well I'm going to do that. I still have some studying to do, but hopefully I do good. Otherwise I fail that class, and therefore I would have to retake that class. So just really thinking about how I have to take 3 out of 4 classes again next semester really pushes me back, and it kind of made me really realize that school is just not for me anymore. Like, especially during the pandemic and everything's online and virtual, this is learning school, doing school, it's just too hard for me, and I came to the ultimate decision that I will be dropping out of school and I'll just be living like a normal adult who is working full-time job. And honestly, I think this is better for me because I already talked to my boyfriend, and honestly, our future that was postponed because I was in college can now be, you know, I can finally do the stuff that we both wanted to do together, and we already have a future kind of planned out, and it'll be starting next year, of course. So I'll be working from now until the summer 2001, and we will start our retail business, and from there that's what we're gonna do. So it's not like I'm dropping out of school because I hate school and because I did bad in my grades and I did bad in my classes. It's not that. It's just I can't do school. I don't understand school. I feel like school is just not for me, and school is not meant for everybody. And I was going to school as a pre-major social work person, and social work was not the thing I wanted to do. I just wanted to go to college, get the experience, and I thought I could, you know, stick it out. But halfway through college, I was like, I'm done. I can't do this. And I really stuck it out until the end of the semester because I thought I could improve, but I just didn't. And my mental health is bad, and I can see why students say that, you know, they get depression through college, because college is hard, college is not easy. And yeah, that's really the reason why I'm dropping out of college. I'm not smart enough, I guess. So anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching Vlogmas Day, I think 11. Tomorrow is my last day of finals, and I also have a dentist appointment, so excuse me, I burped. But yes, thank you guys for watching Vlogmas Day 11. I'll see you guys on Vlogmas Day 12.
Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the windows in the